We have a juror who is the fruit of the poisonous tree, or the introduction of the poison. No knowledge of how far the poison is. I'm not inviting the court to speculate, but that's all we are left to do, respectfully.
Hey, Gaza fans, what I want to say? Trouble there. And when I say trouble there, I not talk trouble for Adija, world boss, Vybz Kartel Palmer. We are talking about trouble there for the Jamaican justice system. Because right now, it look shaky. It's serious, no joke, no night, you see me a laugh. Yes, people, day one is in the books, you know what I mean? From in the UK, the Privy Council live stream, you know, the Vybz Kartel murder trial. I'm only even say trial, you know what I mean? Appeal. Yeah, that's the correct term. Is it? Yeah, if you're not yet a member of the gang, please subscribe right now. Tell a friend to tell a friend. Is it? Yeah, subscribe also. Right, that's it, the people. Is it me I say? Now that we got that all out of the way, hey, Gun Godzilla, cue the entry.
You know it's Warlord representing what you know. The world I forget the stats, you know. You know it's what you know, me, and it's Warlord, Skystar leader. Kaboom, what you know.
Yes, the man, viewers and subs, as I said before, is a good look so far pertaining to Vybz Kartel and the defense team, as they have made some good points on behalf of the artists that his rights have been breached. And even when it comes on to the phone evidence, there was not a proper procedure followed for the Justice Department getting, you know, the information from the artist's phone. There was not no proper paperwork, you know what I mean, for them obtaining, you know, the information on the artist's phone. So, as I said before, people, you know, the review that I did yesterday, it will go boil along to not even if the artists do it or not. It's just about how them go about getting the evidence. And if them say it is coming from the poisonous tree, or as for instance, the apple that them get from the poisonous tree, them have to just dash the apple. You see me I say, because it can taint the whole evidence. You see me I say, the whole apple in the bunch, you see me, can be tainted and spoil itself. You get what I say, people? Now reading an article from the CNW network, arguments from lawyers from the Vybz Kartel defense team. On Wednesday, British law lords heard submission from King's Counsel High, who is representing Jones and St. John, and Isaac Buchanan representing Vybz Kartel. Southey's argument primarily centered around potential breaches of the character of rights in relations to telecommunication evidence and issues of jury tampering. During the trial in 2014, the appellants challenged the admissibility of the phone evidence, arguing that its acquisition violated the Interception of Communications Act and infringement upon the fundamental right to privacy of communication as guaranteed by the Jamaican Constitution. However, the trial judge deemed the communication evidence admissible. He said Kane's conviction ultimately stains the verdict in the Vybz Kartel case. He stated that when the issue was brought up during the trial, Kane should have been dismissed. He noted that if Kane had not been allowed to continue, the entire jury would have had to be dismissed and the trial would have to be restarted since one juror had already been discharged. So they argued that while the restart of the trial would have been an issue given the fact that the trial had already been lengthy, if that's what required, that's what's required. So right, so them I say, yo, if that happen, in terms of like jury corruption, every jury should have just be dismissed from the case and then get no jury, you see me I say, and start all over again. It's a lengthy process, but a lot of it go on, you see me I say, because once one fruit is poisonous, you see me, that means the whole tree is poisonous. You see what I say, people? Law lords seemingly agreed that the trial judge should have not sidestepped the provision of discharging a juror where there is significant bias to discharge them, being found guilty of attempting to pervert the course of justice. But lawyers representing Jamaica prosecution said the trial judge was right to allow the messages into evidence and in how he dealt with the jury. The evidence in the case against all the appellants was overwhelming, in particular in the case of Mr. Palmer, Peter Knox said in the court filings. In the case of Mr. Palmer, Peter Knox said in the court filings. He added, even if there were irregularities in the trial, they did not result in a serious miscarriage of justice. He noted that even if there was one juror who was bribed, there was an additional 10 jurors who came in with a guilty verdict. The appeal hearing continues on February 15, which is today. The appeal judge are Lord Reed, Lord Lloyd Jones, Lord Briggs, Lord Burrows, and Lady Smith. What people hear me and say, man? Is it me? I'm not to teach me English, so I don't have to say with me. Is it? So yes, people, it's looking good so far, you know what I mean, in terms of, you know, Vybz Kartel and him defense team. They might make a compelling argument, is me, I say why there should be, you know what I mean, a retrial. Now this is a footage from the case itself with the defense team of Vybz Kartel.
So the fact that our constitution, it places even a duty on the judge to, as the custos morum of the constitution, to protect the rights of the appellants, that it was incumbent on him to ensure that he makes the inquiry so he protects the fair trial right. So that would be in response to your question as it connects. It connects. So what flows from that then is when we get to the late retirement, we have a juror who is the fruit of the poisonous tree, or the introduction of the poison, no knowledge of how far the poison is. I'm not inviting the court to speculate, but that's all we are left to do, respectfully. And what happens in that situation is we don't know if the pressure arises because there was a situation where these jurors were able to say, I would participate in a bribe, allegedly, or not. And so the verdict that comes could never be a true verdict in light of that. So that's the submission as it connects from incident 2 to incident.
Let's say have it, people, right? That's a said way. You know what I mean? On a comment down below, tell me if you think Vybz Kartel are going to be free. You see me, I say, tell me if you want to stream the case and if you want to follow the case. You see me? All when me that work, not for follow it. You see me, I say, so I have to go on some update. You see, I'm kind of late, but better late than never. You know what I mean? I work and I do it same way. So you know, say what I have to do it 9 to 5 and then we come put in the work same way for the fans, for the people. Then. You get to me and say. So it's like always, just like, comment, share the notification bell for further updates and videos. Banging, watch her now.
But freedom is a must, I know.